Hey y'all, it's Charisma with Traveling with Charisma Cam, where I teach parents just like you. They could be married couples, single parents, or honestly, I teach single women as well, or women that's doing solo trips, how to travel. If you're with your kids, I teach you how to travel with your kids and have fun while doing it. If you're by yourself, I can teach you how to travel solo and have fun while doing it. So, y'all, today I am sitting here with my little handy sling. So I'm gonna tell y'all about that because every day for me is an adventure. I don't even think it matters where I am, whether I'm here in the Dominican Republic, Colombia, Costa Rica, Panama. Y'all, I've never been anywhere where I had not had an adventure. So I am first going to tell you about something that is major for me, and then I'm going to jump right into what is going on with me medically, how the medical system in Dominican Republic differs from the medical system in the U.S., and what all of that looks like for me. So first, I wanted to share with you my new journal. Da-da-da! Yes. This is Bold and Badass, a journal from moms making it happen. So this particular journal, I will have another one actually coming out soon for single women. But on here, it is a place to do your writing, your prompts, your grocery list, whatever you need it to be. But what makes this journal different is actually that I have inspirational quotes in here. I have funny quotes in here, all kinds of things. Like this one says, remember when you used to wish for everything you have today? Yep, this is all you, Chica. Another one, I love this because my son always says this. I'll say shit, and he'll say, Mom, don't say that. Or, smile, you are beautiful. Or take a moment to slow down if it helps you avoid a major breakdown. But also some inspirational. Keep your head held high and walk into the room like you own it. You are a queen. Claim your throne. So get that today, y'all. I'll post a link. It's on Amazon. Definitely make sure you pick that up. So what is going on with me? So y'all, I really don't know what happened to me. I was doing really good. I was working out. I was going to the gym 3-4 times a week. I was getting on the treadmill, lifting weights because I had a gym in my building. And then I had someone training me, so I was doing really well. Well, then in the gym, the treadmill broke down. There are 2 gyms, and none of the treadmill, there were 2 treadmills in each gym. And the one in mine broke down, and when I went to the one in the other one, that one really wasn't functioning well either. So, okay, I'm like, okay, well, I'm still gonna try to do something. I'm gonna do some weightlifting, and I'm gonna work on my abs and do some things like that. Well, y'all, that was a no. Yeah, that was a hell to the nah. So I went into the gym on a Friday. It's a little over 2 weeks today, and I was doing some lifting, and I did the ones where you go up and down, and it started hurting, and I kept going because no pain, no gain, right? So I started getting my 3 sets in, and then I continued with my other exercises. But my other exercises for the weightlifting, they really weren't hurting like that. They really weren't hurting at all. So I continued with my other exercises, went home. Saturday, took my son to the beach. Saturday night, I was playing, and I don't know, something happened, and I heard it kind of went pop, or I don't know what the hell happened. It just didn't do right. And y'all, that night I was in so much pain. The pain was excruciating. Yeah, it was bad. And somebody was like, well, maybe you just pulled a muscle at the gym. No, this is really, really bad. This is like horrific bad. And I'm sorry, I'm squinting. I don't know, I didn't show y'all my new place, but I moved. So this is my terrace. The terrace is on the 3rd floor. But I'll show you the new place in a different video. I'll let you all see this because it's really amazing, especially for the price. So my son is doing physical therapy here, and there's a doctor there, so I made an appointment to see the doctor. Went to the doctor on Monday or Tuesday, and she lifted it and she was like, oh no, and she turned it and she was like, oh no, and she did it and she was like, no, we need an MRI. Yeah, I was afraid of that. I didn't think anything was broken, and neither did she. But, you know, the fear was that I tore something. So, I was telling you I was going to tell you about everything. Y'all, so for me to see that doctor with no insurance, now I do have travel insurance. I always recommend travel insurance for everybody. So I have travel insurance, however, it's not primary. So I send my bills and I get reimbursed. I did find out that with my travel insurance, I can have it paid on the front end. But with my bills, honestly, y'all, it really wasn't that expensive. So I definitely paid it on the back end. So for me to see the doctor, y'all, let's see, because I really want y'all to hear how this works here in the DR. So for my primary care doctor to evaluate me, it was 1,000 Dominican pesos, roughly $18 to $20, y'all, for me to be evaluated by the primary care doctor. The states that would have never been. So she sent me to get an MRI, y'all. So I you know, there's no appointments in the DR. So let me explain this to you, how the medical system works. There are no appointments. There's no calling, I want an appointment for Friday at 3 o'clock. Or, you know, can you schedule me for such and such? Your appointments are either in the morning or in the afternoon. You know, come on Tuesday in the morning, come on Wednesday in the afternoon. They don't answer the phone for appointments. So to get an appointment, I had to ask a physical therapist, because I did start physical therapy. And she told me to just go to the MRI place. Now, I would never just go to a radiology place because it's hard to get appointments. But she said, just go, you know. So, I mean, what else do I do? I took the taxi and I just went, you know, I don't know. I showed up maybe 2 o'clock after therapy, and you know, tried to talk to some people, because it's not a lot of people that speak English. The ones that do are not going to speak great English. I arrived there. They called to the back, and I had an MRI of my left shoulder. Now, y'all, I want you to know the MRI machine here was no different than the MRI that I got back home. It was same high quality, state of the art. Actually, one thing I noticed is that they actually had a apparatus to put on my shoulder to keep it still, which I know I've had a tear in my right shoulder, and I know that they didn't have an apparatus at my hospital. Now, what I do also want to add on, y'all, for the MRI, I want you to know, again, with no insurance, I paid 8,500 pesos. 8,500 pesos is roughly $150 to $160. No insurance, MRI. There was no contrast with the MRI. However, I can't imagine that even if there was contrast, it would have cost me more than that. Y'all, my MRI in the States, copay is about $200. So an MRI with no insurance, damn sure wouldn't be $150, $160. So I just want you all to know that. Now, the MRI here is a little different. You actually have to go back, because I did my MRI on a Friday. I had to go back on Monday to pick up the disc and the report, which wasn't a problem. I actually just stayed in the city. We did 4 days in the city. And, you know, on Monday, I just took a taxi over there, rode over there. And, I mean, the report, you know, I'm not going to give all details, but The report is no different than a report that you would get in the States, except it's in Spanish. So, you know, most people can't read an MRI report in English. Me being a nurse practitioner by trade, I was able to, you know, make a good amount of it out. But I still did not, I can't read an MRI itself. So I actually had my orthopedist from the States. I made a virtual appointment with him, and he actually read my MRI for me. So before I get into the MRI, I want to tell you, so physical therapy, I did start it before the MRI. It basically looked like physical therapy would have looked like in the States. We started with some like menthol or some biofreeze. They added on, put some heat on there. Then we did the TENS unit. Then they put the ice on there. And because at this point we didn't know what was going on with me, that was the extent of what they could do for me that visit. But it definitely helped my pain. So y'all, how much do you think physical therapy costs in the Dominican Republic? So I did 3 sessions so far, 700 pesos a session, approximately $13 to $14, no insurance. Now y'all, I'm a special needs parent, right? So my son does a lot of therapy, physical, occupational, speech. I have never paid $15, $14 for physical therapy copay. The copay is typically $25. So the fact that I'm paying for the therapy, y'all, we are getting ripped off in the States. I mean, I knew we were bad, right? You know, I know that our prices were overpriced, but we are getting ripped off. I went to the store, my sling was like $10. I had to get some pain medicine. Here, you do not need a prescription. There are certain things they don't prescribe. They don't prescribe like tramadol, but you don't need a prescription. So I've been on Tylenol with codeine. I'm actually weaning myself off of it at this point. Tylenol with codeine ran me like $15 for $15 for 10 pills. $10 to $15 for 10 pills. So it was a little, that may be a little pricey compared to what I would pay with insurance. You know, I got prednisone. Prednisone here is 35 cents a pill, y'all. A pill, 35 cents a pill. So I went ahead and started myself on prednisone, and this is not medical advice. I'm a nurse practitioner, so I already kind of knew what medical treatment I needed, and my PCP is the one that wanted me to take the Tylenol with codeine because I'm not a fan of medication. The ibuprofen, Motrin that you buy in the States, you can buy it here. You know, it's like $5, $10 for about 10 to 15 pills. So that's about comparable to what you would get in the States. But y'all, my medical care has been very inexpensive. Now, I will say I went to one doctor. It's a private hospital, and it's, you know, it's like the cream of the crop. That doctor was expensive. Now, it wasn't expensive according to the States, but it was expensive according to Dominican Republic. That was Hospitin, and they really charged me. They charged me 11.932 pesos. I'm not sure exactly how you say that number, but in the end, it came out to be about $180 for a visit. That was very expensive. But when I got there, they didn't even want to do injections for me. They wanted to do PRP, which is plasma. I forgot what it stands for, but basically where they take the blood out of you, they cleanse it, they put it back into you for generation of your cells. That's not really something I need. I would say if I even considered that, that would be something that I would consider for my son. Definitely not for me, especially at $550 a pop, US dollars, with a minimum of 3 sessions, 1 month apart. That is what is recommended for PRP. That's not something I'm doing. And I'll make sure it's PRP. I'll write that out for you if you want to look that up. So for me, initially the MRI report said that I had torn my AC joint. I had a ligament torn in my AC joint, and that I also had a dislocated clavicle. So for dislocated clavicle, y'all, I would have to have some serious trauma. I hadn't had any serious trauma in years, so I really wasn't sure why the hell my clavicle would be dislocated, nor why I would notice that the whole damn clavicle was dislocated, y'all. But so I was, and when the primary care doctor, because she read it after I read it, and that's the same thing that I read, and she was like, oh, she said I had to have surgery. I needed to see an orthopedist to be sure, but it definitely sounded like surgery, y'all. I went into full-blown panic attack. I am in the DR. I am not in the States. Shit is cheap, but I am not trying to have nobody experimenting on me. The DR is great for BBL. It's great to get your boobs lifted, your stomach sucked in, get it all snatched and all of that. I ain't never heard nobody get no damn shoulder repair in the DR like that. I don't see that on Facebook and Instagram. Like, now if I'm trying to get snatched, which, you know, I don't know, y'all, they snatching over here very cheaply, but if you know, I'm trying to get, you know, get some stuff lifted and nipped and tucked, I'm good. But I'm trying to get my shoulder fixed. I kind of need this shoulder. My son uses a wheelchair. I gotta pick it up, lift it up, move it, twist it, throw it back. We got luggage to carry, bags to move. We're nomads. Like, shit, what we gonna do? What the hell I'm gonna do with one shoulder? So, y'all, I went into a panic pain mode, because it hurts right now. I'm just gonna be honest, this shit is hurting. So the fact that I'm doing this video, y'all better watch this shit to the end, because I'm telling y'all, this hurts. So I'm in panic mode. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna get my ass back on the plane, fly back to Atlanta, and see the surgeon that did my shoulder before? And where am I gonna stay? Because y'all know I ain't got nowhere to stay, right? Y'all know I got rent. I sold my house. But so I'm like, where the hell am I gonna stay? Because recovery for an ACL, an AC joint repair, is about 3 months, 2 to 3 months. I don't have nobody to wait on me hand and foot back at home. I work online. I kind of need both of my hands. You know, I would need somebody to care for my son. Oh, y'all. It wasn't, and frankly, I don't want to come back to Atlanta right now. It is, I don't know if it's cold, if it's hot, if it's war, if it's high gas prices. I don't know what is going on. I don't want to be there. Again, do y'all see my view right here? Y'all, I don't want to be there. I'm paying a month what I was paying for mortgage, and that includes everything that I need. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'll be ready one day. It ain't today. So I said, well, let me start searching for some doctors, some orthopedic doctors. So what I did do was I made an appointment with my doctor at Emory, Dr. Karis. You know, he did my right shoulder when I had a tear after an accident. And he was absolutely amazing. He's at Emory. I researched doctors. I went to 3 different doctors before I settled on Dr. Karis, and it was a very good decision for me. I think I had 2 top doctors. Either one would have been great, but you know, when you are the doctor to the Hawks, and you're the doctor to the Braves, and you know, all this stuff, shit, my little shoulder, that's a walk in the park. I need you to know, I need you to be arrogant enough and know that that's a walk in the park. So I did book an appointment with him, and then I booked an appointment with a local ortho here. I called a couple of them, contacted them. The problem with it is that I'm not fluent in Spanish. I have some Spanglish. I got enough to get by. And hell, some days I'm aggravated with what I got because they don't understand what I'm saying. I'm like, shit, didn't I say hola, como estas? How you don't understand that? That's what it say in the book. But so sometimes they don't understand what I'm saying. So I have to find a doctor that speaks English, is a good orthopedist, is certified, licensed, because some doctors are around here practicing and they're not always certified. Even if y'all come here for a nip tuck snatch, know that you need to make sure that doctor is certified, because all of these doctors are not certified. So I had to make sure they were certified. Y'all, it was a mess. She set me up with 2 doctors here locally because I'm not in the city. I'm about 30-40 minutes from the city, depending on where you go. And so it's like being from the city. It's like being in the suburbs. So she set me up to see 2 doctors here. She said, go on Thursday. See this one in the morning and this one in the afternoon. Well, I was supposed to see the one in the morning. We had physical therapy. Physical therapy ran long. My son had physical therapy. He was not being cooperative that day. Morning came and went. By the time we were done, it was like 12:15. So I couldn't make my morning appointment. I went to go to the second doctor in the afternoon. Y'all, do you know, I got up there and the damn security guard would not let me in the hospital. He started asking me all kinds of shit in Spanish. I told him I didn't speak Spanish, and he got an attitude. You know how when you're in America, you got those high and mighty people that are like, oh, well, you're in America, you should be able to speak English. Well, bitch, I don't speak English, so you gonna help me or not? Well, that was basically the situation. It's kind of like he said something along the lines, oh, you're in Dominican, you should speak Spanish. Well, I don't want to come to your little funky neighborhood hospital any damn way. So I got back in the car and I was like, fuck this. Excuse my French, y'all. So I'm like, I'm just gonna go out to the city and see the doctor in the city, because I already had that appointment. That same day, I actually had an appointment with Dr. Karis at Emory. I was able to upload my MRI, all like 200 views of it, and he basically let me know that I did not have a dislocated collarbone, and I did not have a tear. I do have fluid there. I do have tendon synovitis. Very painful. I will take some time to heal, about 6 weeks or so. I'll need to do some intensive physical therapy, and I'll need to do some steroid injections. He did want me to still see a local ortho to make sure that when they did the exam, that's the same thing that they got from it, but based off of the MRI, I didn't need to do that. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Jesus. Woo. Glory to God. Amen. Y'all, that was a huge weight off my shoulders, because I didn't know what I was going to do. In the midst of all of this, that Thursday, I had to change Airbnbs. So I had to have people help me pack up and get me moved in the midst of deciding if I needed to leave the DR and go to the States to get surgery. So when I tell you that was huge, like nobody wants surgery. I definitely didn't want any surgery, but sorry, this is kind of painful, but to have him tell me that was amazing. And then I went to hospital and they told me the same thing, and they wanted to do the PRP, and I kind of looked at them and told them I'll do some research. Dr. Karis said that if steroid injections were sufficient, so steroid injections it will be. At this point, I'll go back to the medical PCP. She does steroid injections. That visit is a little pricey. It is $2,000, which is $40. You do have to get the medicine, because here you don't need a prescription. So I just go to the pharmacy, pick up the dexamethasone. and she has everything else there. And then she does the injections in the clinic. And then I'll continue on with my physical therapy, which I have to do 3 times a week. Y'all, all of this is reimbursable by my insurance. I have insurance through my Chase Sapphire card, but I also have another insurance. What is the name of my insurance? I don't know. I will post the name of my insurance. It is a traveling Nomad insurance. With that insurance, whereas like your Chase Sapphire and all your credit cards, they give you a limit on how long you're actually supposed to leave the country. And they can look at your passport stamps to verify that if they want to. So a lot of times that limit may be 30 or 60 days. So for that reason, I went ahead and purchased in private insurance. It's called Safety Wing. That insurance about $39 or $49 a month for both. Well, I pay $39 for myself and $39 for my son. And that insurance continues up to, I think, 365 days a year. So you can travel on a year for it and you don't have to worry about any interruptions. So at this point, my credit card insurance, I don't know that it would necessarily be valid, but my Safety Wing insurance is valid. So my deductible for my Safety Wing insurance is $250, and then anything over that they reimburse me for. Luckily, you know, things aren't as bad as they could be, but you know, I've heard some horror stories where things are horrific. Y'all, they out here playing in the pool. But I've heard some horror stories where things are absolutely horrific. So, you know, you want to make sure, especially if you're doing long-term travel. I mean, hell, even if you're going for a week or 2 trip, you want to make sure you have some coverage. If that's your credit card, I'll post the Chase Sapphire link. If that's something like Safety Wing. But make sure, you know, you're doing what you need to do. All right, so I've told you everything. I've told you about the bills. I've told you about care in Dominican Republic. I told you to be patient because you're not getting an appointment. The wait time isn't too bad. MRI took 2 hours. And I also told you about my new journal, Bold and Badass. So make sure y'all pick that up. I am wishing you all well. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. So I know that, you know, you're really interested in these things. Let me know if there's something else you want to hear about my journey, and I will let you know. All right, have a good one.
Like, subscribe for a channel of videos.